I'd beat somebody up in sparring and they'd say to me, man, why do you keep beating me? Because I work harder than you and I'm better than you. Yeah, but what should I do different? There's nothing I can say to you that's gonna stop me beating you. If I could just say a few words and you listen to them and then I couldn't beat you up anymore, then training would be pointless. Working would be pointless. The world doesn't work that way. I beat you up because I am better than you, and I am better than you because I work harder than you. There's no shortcuts in life. I don't know why everyone's obsessed with shortcuts. It's this new generation of fucking losers. Success comes from working absolutely every single day. It's exactly the same with anything in life. Doesn't matter if you want to be strong in the gym, doesn't matter if you want to be an amazing fighter, good at guitar, or if you want to be successful inside of the real world. You are only going to be successful if you turn up and you work every single day. All I do is work every single day. Why do you think you're better than me? Do you think you're more qualified than me? If I have to work every single day, Andrew Tate has to work every single day to be successful, but me, Joe Schmo, Mr. Nobody, I don't have to work every single day. Turn up, follow the lessons, listen to your professors, do the AMAs. If you have a question, ask the community, and I guarantee you success. The only people who don't make money inside the real world are people who quit. I can't help quitters. Nobody can help a quitter. God can't help a quitter. God could give you a plan and said you can have everything you've ever desired if you follow this plan. If you quit halfway through the plan, you're not gonna have what you desired. God himself cannot turn a quitter into a somebody. And I am certainly not as powerful as God. So nobody can do it if you are a quitter. If you don't work and you quit, you are going to fail. If you do exactly what we tell you to do, and you work hard and you actually try, you're gonna be successful. So the question is, do you want it or not? There's no shortcuts. If you want to beat me in sparring, you're gonna have to come and train harder than I train. And you have to dedicate yourself for as long as I have. And if you want to be rich, you're gonna have to do exactly as we tell you to do. Don't ask any more stupid questions. I don't want to hear it. It's asinine. It hurts my brain. Losers lose because they quit. If you're indefatigable and you never quit, I will guarantee you success. The choice is yours. You have to show up every day and work, regardless of how you feel. I'm gonna say something very logical to you people at home. And if you're stupid, you're not gonna understand it. But if you're smart, it's not that difficult a concept. There is no light without dark. 5,000 years ago, the Chinese drew yin and yang for a reason. They are linked, they go together. There is no such thing as a successful person without a failure. Without the failures, there's no success. You need both. For there to be winners, there has to be losers. Therefore, if God is going to give you the chance to become a successful person, he has to make it difficult. He has to lay out a gauntlet, because within that gauntlet, some people will quit and they can go become losers, which allow the people who do not quit to be winners. I think a lot of people think that my life is just running around in supercars and sleeping with girls and smoking cigars. And anyone who's around me long enough actually says, wow, Andrew, all you do is work. Of course all I do is work. I have $1 billion empire. The Matrix is trying to destroy my life. I have endless females to maintain, children to see. My entire life is work. I have to stay in prime physical condition, ready to destroy my enemies. My entire life is work. So when people want to quit, they want to give up, everybody has an excuse, nobody has any time, they will do it next week, they're a bit tired, they don't understand. That's all loser talk. You're not allowed to do that. That is part of the gauntlet. That is the off-ramp towards loserdom. You're on the highway, you're driving. There's exits all along the way to Loserville, Loser Town. When you're tired, when you don't feel like working, when you don't have enough time, when it's difficult, you can get off the highway anytime you want, but if you stay on the highway, you will end up a winner. When I hear people say, oh, it's hard, or I don't have time, etc., all you're doing is telling me you're a loser. Every single winner feels the same as you do. The difference is they do not quit. They do not give up. They do not make excuses. They stay on the highway. It's amazing what you can achieve if you never give up. My saying,
unmatched perspicacity, and sheer indefatigability. That point is important. Sheer indefatigability. The inability to become fatigued. If you never quit, if you never give up, if you never give in, you're gonna get exactly what you wanted. All you had to do is not be a fucking coward, and you still failed. I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't care about excuses. God doesn't care about excuses. And the winners who went through the exact same things you're going through, who didn't quit, don't care about excuses. There are winners and losers in the world. You are either a winner who dedicates himself, never gives up, continues to learn, does everything he knows he needs to do regardless of how he feels, or you're a loser who makes excuses and you stay invisible for the rest of human time. Make a choice.
The real world. You know, every single champion, he had a gym, he had a coach, he had somebody who was helping him. It's amazing to me that all these people think they can go out there and be successful in life by themselves, that Rambo garbage, without. Gross. The idea that you can be a lone wolf isn't real. You need masculine competition around you. Even fighters, even though we fight by ourselves, we train in a camp. We train with a coach. It's still a team sport. You still need help. I get it all the time from people inside the real world. They're like, why do I need your help? I already know what to do. You need masculine competition. You need someone to compare yourself to. We provide professors that will teach you exactly how to make money online. There's nowhere else you can get that kind of knowledge. It's like a fight gym for money. People still don't understand it. You need a coach. You need somebody who's gonna help you. You need somebody who's gonna motivate you. You need guys who are successful, who are strong, so you know you need to try even harder than you were before. The real world is like a fight gym for money. My entire life, my entire success was built in a fight gym. And we have a fight gym for money. And fight gyms are no nonsense.
Hey guys, my name's Luke. I'm the personal branding professor and the marketing professor. Now, some of you guys are probably wondering, wow, I want to learn personal branding. Wow, I want to learn marketing. How can I get access to these campuses? Well, these campuses are not like all the other campuses. These ones unlock after you've achieved something, right? So the personal branding campus, that will unlock after your professor, whether it's your copywriting professor, e-commerce professor, crypto professor, whatever one signs off and says you are experienced enough inside of your skill that you could, if you want, learn and start to pursue a personal brand. So that's how that one unlocks. As for the marketing campus, that one I open up to everybody, but I only open it up every few weeks. So if you want to be a part of that, what I recommend you do is I recommend every single day you check the main server, the main campus announcements, and every now and then you'll see a message from me. And if you see that message, that means you can join it because I put the message out there. I usually leave it up for around 12 to 24 hours, and then I delete it once I think I've got a good amount of students that I'm willing to work with. So that's who I am. And below, you will see some of my lectures that apply to every single one of you. I do a lot of daily lectures to all my students, both in the personal branding and the marketing campus. And some of them are universally applicable. Some of them are just about just life tips and just how success really works, because I find that most people don't really understand what it means and what it takes to actually become financially free. So below you can find all those lectures. Excuse if some of them sound like they're talking to someone else, because they probably are. They're forwarded straight from my campuses to here. And hopefully you enjoy them, and I'll see those of you guys who really do work hard and are taking this very seriously, maybe inside the personal branding campus or the marketing campus. So cheers.
I'm be out of frame for a second doing some sit-ups.
Hey guys, so this is just a general, I guess, life lesson on life. So one of the students is saying, hey Luke, I'm going through a heartbreak. It makes work turn into a slugging match. Like I'm in trench warfare. I've only made 4 sales. I logically know what to do and I'll continue the systematic approach. But even soldiers need a certain morale boost and reassurance. Could we get an in-depth lesson on such pain, struggle, and how to navigate it within the framework of our tasks as marketers, editors, and salesmen? I want to let you guys understand this, that the mountain of success, all of it is pain and sadness. That's what it all is. It's all filled with doubt. That's what it all is. You will never be 100% certain that what you're doing is the correct thing to do. You'll never do until you have enough life experience, until you've already reached success. In the beginning, you'll always think, okay, well, will it actually work? Until it's worked, you'll never be enlightened on whether the path you take and your decision making is correct and it will work. It's what happens all the time. And working all the time, guys, hits everyone. Every single hero on his journey always felt tired and felt like giving up. They all do. Feeling like giving up is completely natural, and all of you guys will feel it. If you haven't felt it yet, good. You'll feel it eventually. I promise, eventually you'll think, and you'll have deep doubts about whether what you're doing is worth your time, whether it's the best. Maybe you should have listened to all your parents and you should have gone to college. Maybe you should have done that instead. You know, they always said to do that. Maybe this, maybe that, etc. But I want to let you guys know that that doubt happens in every single champion's mind. Every single champion was told by someone very close to him, that's dumb, don't do that. You're not going to make it. Every single person. Tate's mom didn't want him to kickbox, didn't want him to try and become a kickboxing world champion. Every single person I know who's been successful always had someone who genuinely cared about them say that, no, that's stupid, don't do that. We've all had it. And we've all had doubts. You always have doubts. But the truth is, of the matter, is that if you do what you're supposed to do every single day, and you're working as hard as you can every single day, and you're using your time as efficiently as possible every single day, and you understand what you're doing and why, you at least understand what you're doing and why. You might not believe that it will work because you have doubt. But at least you know, okay, this makes logical sense, what I'm doing and what I'm learning. And it makes sense that it will lead to this outcome. It makes sense that if I listen to my boxing coach, I will get better. Even though I super don't feel it. Like it makes sense in my mind, logically, even though I don't believe it. It makes sense. Working this hard every single day makes sense, etc. Every single champion has these feelings of doubt and wanting to give up. Everyone has them. The difference between the average person and the champion, or you can consider the exceptional person, is that the average people, because everyone has these doubts, 100% of people have these doubts, but the average person caves into them. The average person says, okay, you know what, I have doubts, the going's getting tough, and you know what, I don't think I'm on the right path, let me go try something else. That's what the average person says. And because of that, they will always quit when the going gets tough. Whenever they feel the fatigue with whatever they're doing, they will always quit and give up. It's supposed to be hard. It's meant to be sad. Every champion on the way up felt sad. All of them. I promise you, every single one I've ever met was like, I'm doing all this work and it's just not producing the results. I'm not sure if this is the way for me. Everyone does this. Heartbreak is good. It's extremely good, and you should use that pain to become better. Because the reason your heart's broken is because you didn't keep her. And you didn't keep her because you weren't good enough. Sorry, that's just the reality. It's just the truth. I'm not here to try and necessarily make you feel better with lies. I'm here to tell you the truth. And by bettering yourself, which you are doing every single day, you are ensuring that that is less likely to happen in the future. Working as hard as you can every single day, especially if you understand and it makes logical sense in your brain about how it will work. I always try and make it very, very clear in your mind. And if you are never clear about what exactly you're learning in this marketing bootcamp or how it will help you in the future and how it will help make you a lot of money, please ask. I will do a lecture on it because it's very clear in my mind. And I'm 100% certain it works. And I have no doubts, but that's because I've done it before. I've already done this before. I've already helped marketing students make loads of money, life-changing money. I've already done this before. So me doing it again, I don't have nearly as many doubts as, let's say, one of you guys who, this is the first time you've ever even really heard about making money online. You don't fully understand how, okay, well, I just make videos of this guy and I'm going to get paid. I just make videos of a guy and I talk to people and I'm going to make loads of money. I understand it sounds crazy, but that's why I like to do the lecture that I just did not too long ago, which is I paint the exact reason why every single action you do is the best action you can do for the amount of time you have. I'm not sure if many of you guys understand the implications of being able to make thousands of dollars within less than a year, completely online. I'm not sure many of you guys understand the implications. If it was easy, wouldn't everyone do it? It's not meant to be easy, but I do promise you that being able to do it under a year is absolutely possible. My goal is for you guys to be able to do it in 6 months. We've had some drawbacks with TikTok, etc., but I still do believe absolutely we'll make it on schedule. Any doubts is always what you're going to find on the way up. And the only thing, it's fine to have the doubts. It's fine. And the doubts will actually make you think a bit more to try and get more clarity, which is good. But the most important thing is that when you have doubts, you do the work you know you need to do anyway. That's the difference. Most people, when they have doubts, they quit. They start looking at other things. They don't do their responsibilities for the day. They throw away those responsibilities that they need to do every day as soon as they have the littlest bit of doubt. And then they try and go find clarity. And then maybe if they find clarity, they'll do the work again. And they flip-flop doing this back and forth. And it makes it so they can never, ever grow momentum. You need to stick on something, stick to something, and do the daily tasks every single day, no matter how much doubt you have in your mind. It's fine that in your free time, when you've accomplished your daily goals earlier than normal, that you then try and get more clarity so that hopefully you don't have to run so much on discipline and you can run much more on motivation. Running on discipline's hard. Running on motivation's easy. When you're winning, everything's easy. I promise you, once you start getting your first few sales in and you really start to be like, okay, this is real. I understand exactly how I made that sale. I understand exactly how I can simply make this happen more often. It's fine if you have to cry while you're doing your push-ups. That's fine. You're still doing your push-ups. It's fine to be sad as long as you're still doing what you know you need to do to get a better life. Just do what you do every single day. Do what you're supposed to do every single day, whether you feel like it or not. Every single champion goes through doubt. Every single champion goes through sadness. Every single champion goes through pain. The reason they're champions and the reason they're so successful is because 99.999% of men, even though they say they'll never quit, they quit. Average people will always be average. And so when you're doing your push-ups, even though you super don't want to, when you're doing your work, even when you're extremely sad or maybe a bit lost, maybe a bit confused, understand that by following what you said you were going to do, by sticking to your word, you said you're going to do this every single day. I'm going to train every single day. It does not matter if I feel sad. I'm going to eat healthy every single day. It does not matter if I feel sad. It does not matter how I feel. That is what will make you the champion. Because you don't lose any momentum. You don't lose any days. Hopefully this is a good lesson. Hopefully this answers. The fatigue is normal. It's completely normal. Feeling sad, completely normal. Feeling like you want to give up, completely normal. These are all normal feelings, and every single person feels them. Even when the doubts creep in, even when they're not entirely sure of something. They get the job done.
What's up, baby? Nah, baby. Are you being crazy? Are you being crazy? We're trying to work and learn right now, baby. Trying to work and learn right now so we can live the best life.
Hey guys, so this lesson is an important lesson, probably one of the most important lessons I've ever done. It's a reminder lesson, and it's to remind you guys that your health is the most important thing in the world. Every single one of you need to be working out every single day. I understand your position because you guys have been placed into the path to success, and the path to success is nothing but never-ending work and chaos. It's never-ending work. You go to sleep and you still have more work to do. You know that tomorrow your work list starts back from zero and you have to complete all of it. You always have something to do. And that's what success looks and feels like. That's what the path is. Me and Tate, we still live in this whirlwind of never-ending problems to solve and never-ending work. It's the reality of success. But in the chaos, I don't want you guys to accidentally become geeks. You can't become geeks because then it's all not worth it. All of it, all the work, all the money, everything that you get, all the riches, it's not worth it if you become a geek. So, this is my reminder to you all that you need to work out every single day. If you didn't work out today, you failed today. I don't care if you finished your whole task list and you accomplished every single goal on the goal list. You failed. You failed yourself. You're losing. I'm telling you guys, your physical health is absolutely important. Do not forget to work out every single day. I know what's happened to you guys because I'm sure there's many of you listening and I'm speaking directly to you because I know you. I've just given you guys an almost impossible task and level of work. You guys are learning new things every single day about business, money, and everything, almost just learning more about life. You're probably learning more than you've ever learned in a program, ever before. I've shoved you guys into the chaos of success. I've shoved you guys there, and now you're on the fucking mountain. You're on the mountain. You're climbing the mountain, and it's a giant blizzard of chaos and work, and it's just never ending. And you're trying your best to get up, and it's hard and it's tiring. But I still want you guys to work out every single day, because you cannot allow the chaos to turn you into a geek. Don't let it happen. There's a reason when you look at the geeks out there, like think of how Elon Musk used to look. He used to look much worse. Think of how Jeff Bezos used to look. Think about all of them. There's a reason they looked like geeks. It's because the chaos often will turn people into geeks. But that is not a life that you want to live. I promise you guys, I've been close to it myself. There's days where I've been in the chaos and I didn't work out. I failed those days. And I'm telling you guys from my experience living in the chaos, just like me and Tate live, I promise you guys need to work out every single day. Your health is more important than anything in the world. Do not let the blizzard of chaos on the path to success turn you into a geek. When you reach the mountaintop, the very peak, and you look down at all the mountain you've climbed, all the journey you've taken, I don't want you to be up there as some weak little geek that looks weird and can't socialize. I don't want that to happen to you guys. I want you guys to end up at that top, looking like fucking Hercules. You guys are learning marketing and sales online. It does absolutely apply to everything in real life. And you guys should be working out every single day. I've said it since the start that you guys should be doing such. It's on day 16 now, and I want to make sure that you guys have not forgotten that, because I knew that I was going to throw you guys into the chaos. I know what the mountain looks like on the way to success. I know it's a flurry. I know it's just some giant whirlwind of chaos and work, and you get lost in it. But I don't want you guys to lose sight of something that's extremely, extremely important, your physical health. You need to be working out every day. If you're not, I don't care if you have to do one less video. I don't care if you have to quit the entire boot camp. Your health is more important. And there's going to be a few of you guys who are going to say, okay, well, Luke, that's impossible, and I just don't have enough time to work out. Since you said that I should quit the boot camp instead, I'll quit instead. I promise you, you could have found the time to do both. Just so you know. Don't let the path to success turn you into a geek.
Hi. Oh, hi, Shelly.
Don't cast bad spells on yourself. And hear me out. Never call yourself dumb. Never say I'm a dumb person. Never say I'm a weak person. What brought this up was someone said, lol, I finally did something good. Don't cast these bad spells on yourself. You need to understand that what you say and what you think will shape the universe you live in. This is a common problem a lot of people do. It's also a common problem that a lot of people do to their friends. A lot of people cast bad spells on their friends, like, oh bro, you're just dumb as always. Stuff like that. Don't cast bad spells on yourself or your loved ones or anyone you care about. The words that come out of your mouth should always be positive, and that doesn't mean they don't need to be realistic. You can say, oh, I did a dumb thing. That was very dumb of me. That is a different spell than saying I am dumb. Saying I did a dumb thing or that was very dumb of me, that was very stupid of me, just means that you made a mistake. That's saying that that mistake was stupid. For a second there, during that decision-making process, you were dumb. That's okay. Being temporarily dumb is much better than saying, I am dumb. Because now that's a permanent curse that you've had on yourself forever. Same reason you should never say you're unlucky. You should never say anything that you don't want to be. Never say you are something you don't want to be. You can say, right now I am not as educated as I'd like to be and that will change in the future. That's fine. You could say, right now I'm weak. But don't say I'm a weak person. Don't say things like that. Be very careful with the words that you say and bring into existence. Be very careful with the words you think and the sentences you think. I've seen this mistake many times. Spells are very real. Even sarcastic spells, like,
yeah, he's the bad guy. I want you to understand that the spell you've cast is saying that he's the bad guy. Don't do that. Don't do bad spells. I know this sounds stupid and mumbo jumbo, but it's super real, and I want you guys to keep that in mind. To say I'm weak right now is okay. That's a temporary thing that you will fix. To say I am weak, I'm a weak person, is bad. If you're fat right now, that's cool. I'm fat right now. Even if someone were to ask, are you fat? I'd say, yes, I'm fat right now, I'll fix it. Good spells. I'm fat right now will be fixed soon. Good spells. Just always have good spells out there. It works. There's a reason that people who think they're smart tend to be smart. I know that people think, well, that's because they're smart. No. It's because they believe they're smart, so they try very hard to keep up that belief that they're smart. If you believe you're smart, you will try very hard to not look dumb, because that will hurt your own expectation of yourself. Don't cast bad spells on your friends. That's another big thing I see all the time. If one friend of yours constantly says that, yeah, you're stupid, don't be his friend anymore, or tell him to stop. Tell him about spells, tell him it's real, tell him you want boys on your team who don't cast bad spells on you all the time. Anyway, keep that in mind, guys. Don't cast bad spells on yourself, don't cast bad spells on friends or family, and don't let people cast bad spells on you and be around it all the time. That's just negative.
Silly boy. My goodness. Oh. I have to play with you for a little bit, huh?
Hey guys, so this is another mentality lesson. It's a sort of life lesson, and I believe that these are very important for you guys because it affects what you do, and I think it's the difference between being very successful and not being successful. This will help you in every single aspect of life. Someone just asked me, hey Luke, I'm going to have an emergency for the next 4 days. I won't be able to post anything at all. I can't do it. It's impossible. The emergency just won't allow it. So how do you think this will affect my account? Do you think it will cause problems, etc., etc.? So he asked that question, and I want you guys to understand that your brain shouldn't even worry about those things because no matter what words I say to you, it won't change anything. You guys need to always only ask questions if the answer to that question will change what you do. If I answer a question and it won't change what you do, don't ask the question and don't even think about the question because it literally doesn't matter. The only thing that matters in life are things that will affect or change what your course of action will be. If I say you're going to die tomorrow, that will change what you do today. So that matters. If you can ask me, Luke, am I going to die tomorrow? That actually matters because based on my answer saying yes or no will change what you do. Saying hi, no matter what I can't post, how is this going to affect my channel? It literally doesn't matter. It's the exact same thing when you guys ask me about what's a good watch rate, what's a good like to view ratio, etc. The answer to that doesn't matter because you should constantly be trying to just get maximum views. The best watch rate is 100% watch rate. 100% watch rate is what you should go for. The best like to view ratio is 100% like to view ratio. That's what you should be going to. If I say 50% or if I say 70%, that doesn't change what you do every single day, which is try and make the best video to get the most views ever, every single day. So I want you guys to keep that in mind for everything in life. If you've ever noticed that you're wondering about something, but the answer or the conclusion to whatever you're wondering about won't change what you do, it's useless. Stop thinking about it.
So I often get asked by you guys and by other people I know, hey Luke, what do you think about this idea? Do you think it's a good idea? You guys will notice that I have a very common answer to basically 99% of those questions, and it's always try it. Because the human brain is wired to be very lazy. And the reason people think, I'm always going to be an anti-thinker, and I want you guys to understand that I'm actually a very chess player, and I'm a very cerebral person in general. But I'm going to explain to you guys why thinking is probably bad. Because the human brain was designed for maximum efficiency. The reason a baby cries and points at something is because it takes less calories to cry and point than it does to walk up and go get it. If it can cry and point, which will make literally a human walk over, grab it, bring it to the baby, and give it to him, that's more energy efficient. The human brain and all animals in the world are designed to be efficient. They're designed to be lazy. This is why you will always be lazy. We are in a new paradigm where humans, you, have basically unlimited food. You have actually unlimited energy. Energy risk isn't an issue. There's a reason you guys should be working out every day. You wouldn't work out every day if you might not have food that day, would you? Because that's a waste of energy. You guys need to understand that we live in a world of unlimited energy, and none of you guys, I assume, none of you guys are actually so broke that you have to worry about, will I get enough calories today to be able to think? You don't have to worry about that. You all have food. You all have basically literally unlimited energy. So you need to rewire your brain that energy is free and effort is free. It takes a bit of time, but you also need to just understand that usually spending the time is worth it. I often get asked like, hey, what do you think about this video idea? And whenever you ask someone that, I always want you to do this. Is there any risk? Is there any downside risk? If I make this video idea and it doesn't do well, do I get damaged in any way? Yeah, I know you lose a bit of time. And you lose effort and energy. But again, energy and effort should count as zero. You should care zero about any effort that you have to spend. So I know some of you guys will be like, oh, well, Luke, I work 2 full-time jobs and I'm really tired. Cool. Sorry, but still, in this world, if you want to be competitive, energy means nothing. Maybe time has some reasoning. But at the end of the day, I bet you that your new video idea would probably take you less than 1 day's worth of time. I always consider that to be doesn't matter, it takes no time either. So you should try it. You should try it in the real world. Your brain's going to always try and think to see, is this a good idea? Is this worth my time and energy? Think. Well, I think it might. Try and think of a reason not to do it so that you don't do it, so you save time and energy. But that's dumb. I promise you. There's so many great ideas that your brain's going to trick you to not do and not discover that they're great ideas because you've never tried it. Versus the amount of energy and time that's saved because you thought a little bit about it and think no. You need to only think about, if I do this, will it damage me? Will it be damaging? Is there an actual risk to doing this? Time risk, energy risk aren't real. I mean, okay, if I post this, I might get banned. That's a risk, right? That's an actual legitimate risk. If you get banned, that's real, that's a risk. Saying, oh, well, that'll take me 5 hours to try it. Don't ask me my opinion on your idea if it's going to take you less than 1 day's work and it won't get you banned or anything. If there's no actual real risk, like getting banned, that's probably the only real risk you guys have. Getting banned or literally just making it so that everyone who saw it unfollow you immediately. Unless there's real serious consequences and risk to it, try it. Just try it. Boom, try it. Brokey brains are always like, oh, well, I don't really want to waste my time. It's not waste your time, because at the end of it, once you try the idea, you'll see whether it was good or not. And if it wasn't good, you didn't waste your time. You're learning. You're learning. Now you can do a quick 20-minute reflection about based on the results of the video, why do you think it didn't work, right? Now you can reflect and learn and become a smarter, more experienced human being who has experienced more in life. Because you weren't the lazy thinker who sits down and thinks, I don't want to spend. Don't stop. I think I'm actually quite a thinker. I'm a chess player. I've been raised to think about risk and reward, but I'm also not lazy. Most people use thinking to be lazy.
They don't realize what their brain's doing. They succumb to their natural human evolution, which is to try and save as much time and energy as possible and be the laziest fuck humanly possible. That's why no one's rich, because they can't stop their basic programming. The basic programming says don't work out. Have you guys not thought about that? The basic programming says working out's dumb. Guess what? It is evolutionarily dumb, isn't it? Wasting time and energy for what? Oh, to spend some calories and grow some muscle. Muscle just takes more calories to burn. What's the point of that? You don't see a dog working out, do you? You don't. You don't see a wolf working out. You don't see a lion working out. But guess what? You live in a world of unlimited energy. And it's the people who cannot adapt to this new thing. It's the people who are lazy, who will always be at the very bottom. There's loads of shit that your brain wants to do dumb. In fighting, the natural human instinct is dumb. Like, fighters break their natural human instincts of what to do. And that's why fighting's hard. If you have an idea, try it first. Try it. And reality will tell you whether it was a good idea or not. When you guys ask me, you guys are asking me as like a pseudo-reality. But I want you guys to know that even I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's a genius idea, right? What? So if I say that, nah, don't think it's a good idea, you're just not going to do it? You're just going to trust me as the God? I know that I'm here as your mentor to save you guys time. And I will always tell you if I actually think that it's not worth your time. But 99.9% of the time, I'm going to say try it. So just keep that in mind. This applies to everything in life now that you understand that your brain's just trying to fuck you into being a lazy fuck. Your brain's trying to fuck you into not working out ever. Your brain's trying to fuck you into never working ever and doing the bare minimum possible so you can eat food and get a mate just to fucking reproduce. That's what your brain's trying to do. Your brain's trying to make you a loser. You need to understand that your brain's trying to make you as efficient as humanly possible because your brain doesn't understand that you have unlimited energy. That's a new paradigm. It's completely different. None of you are worried about food. None of you guys are counting your calories thinking, okay, well, if I walk this many steps, I burn this many calories, and I need to save my calories, so I should stop doing those walks, and I should instead try and get a bike, but a bike costs me this much money, which I could buy this many calories with, but after, none of you guys are living in that fucking world of absolute, I need the calories and I can't afford calories. I'm sure very, very few of you are. So all of you guys are running under unlimited energy. You have unlimited energy. I'm sure you can get as much food as you want. You've got time. Burn the time, bro. It's worth the experience. The time's worth the experience. Try out your ideas. Test them live. Reality will tell you if they're good or not. I'm realizing that some of you guys aren't grounded in reality. So how many of you guys want to make more money than a doctor in the United States? Okay, so what? That's probably, let's say, $300K a year or something like that. That's around, what, $30K a month? Taxes go 2 loads of it up. Yeah, so let's say $30K a month for a doctor. Let's say you want to be a structural engineer, some engineer, architect, so you probably make, what, $180K a year. So these can be considered very successful, and I want you guys to understand that these positions and these roles are after, let's say, around between 8 to 12 years of training for it, right? Because when I say training, I mean since the beginning. So when you're in college, that's 4 years. Then you need to become a senior position or you need to go to medical school. That's another 4 years. And then you need to go up the totem pole to keep getting raised and keep going up in life. So I've noticed that some of you guys, and I do think it's the minority, but I do want to set you guys back into reality. Some of you guys are thinking that within these 30 days, you were supposed to hit, let's say, I don't know, 5K a month. Or something of the sort. What your outlook of this business model should be multi-year. It should be one hard year gets you to, let's say, I think a very reasonable goal at the current rate that we are going. I think within 1 year, if you really work hard and you truly make it a full-time thing where you work just as hard as a doctor would work on the doctor profession, you put that all into this business model, learning sales and marketing and gain a full structure and starting to hire and etc. I think you can easily become an $1,000 a day profit person. So you probably can beat a doctor, I believe, with 1 year of extremely hard work. And I absolutely believe that you guys could beat a doctor no matter what. I mean, obviously you would need to work hard and you need to keep going, but let's say for the less gifted of you, within 2 years. So a lot of you guys will say, well, that's 1 year's a long time, 2 years a long time. I don't know what planet you guys live on where you're going to do better than a doctor in like 3 months or 6 months. I have a feeling
that your guys' mind and expectations have been corrupted by this weird gambling, crypto supposed to make me rich immediately mindset. I want you guys to understand that everything in life is hard and it takes loads of dedication and work. The reason you guys can make as much money as a doctor, I believe, in 1 to 2 years is because you're in the best business model in the world, which is sales and marketing that every single business needs. You're just in a more efficient skill. You're in the skill of making money. So it just so happens that with 2 years of truly working your ass off, the same amount of work that a doctor does at medical school, if you put that into learning sales and marketing, you will make the same amount of money he does with 1/5 of the time less. And that's just because you're efficient and you're going towards straight the source. The source is, I want to make money. Cool. How do people make money? Cool. They sell things and they market things. That's how people make money. That's how the doctor makes money, if you really think about it. Because the way hospitals work, right? You get to choose your hospital. Is it a private hospital? How does the private hospital get a good reputation? That's marketing. How does it convince people that it's the right one? That's sales. Everything is sales and marketing. I feel like a lot of you guys are expecting, so a doctor, when he's learning doctoring, he gets paid $0 for 8 years. Like, a structural engineer, for the first 4 years, doesn't make a single penny because he goes through college. So when you make your $500 your first month, or even if you're behind schedule and you make $100 your first month, I do want you to understand that you're making money while learning how to make money. You're in the best position possible. I don't want you guys to ever lose faith because you're like, oh, I'm not making enough money fast enough. I don't know what planet you live on to where you think that absolute world-class skill will be acquired within a few months. I'm telling you guys, everything requires unlimited work, and you guys are in the right place at the right time. But that does not mean it's going to be super easy. That's not going to mean that it's just going to be money falling in your lap. Bro, most other professions, it's 4 years of literally zero real world work. It's zero. None. Zip. Zero. None. So I do want you guys to understand that you guys are already learning a lot and you guys are already on the right track. So just want to keep your guys' expectations correct. And I look very forward to the 6-month boot camp. As I always tell my elite guys, if you want to make more money, you need to talk to more people. And right now you guys are becoming known people. That's what it means to get followers, to get views. You're becoming known. The next step is going to be getting them to talk to you. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time during this boot camp to truly teach that to you guys. Right now, you guys are just using promo videos, which is very, let's say, base level. It's like a white belt. So anyway, any questions, guys? And also, guys, let me know if you guys don't like these, because I know this isn't sales and marketing. It's very much more about life and reality in general. Tell me if you guys think that these ones aren't very helpful. But also let me know if they're helpful. And you guys can use Ask Luke to let me know your feedback.
Hey guys, so today's lesson is, I want to let you guys know this, and it's just a true law of the universe, because I'm not sure how many of you guys truly know, but I promise you, because this is absolutely real. If you work 24 hours a day, every single day, on one single goal, you will always reach the goal. You will get good at marketing online and selling online products. You will get good at that, and you will be extremely good at that if it's all you do every single day and you keep following this boot camp. I just want to assure you guys that thing. I promise you that there is no universe where you do what you're doing currently. If you're actually following every single task list and you're actually using your brain to try and make it so you accomplish your goal list every single day, and you truly use your brain and you are trying as hard as humanly possible every single day without stop, whether you feel like it or whether you don't, and you are constantly just trying to get people to be able to follow you, make sure that they're the right people who are following you, and making it so that you convince them to buy the product you are selling. If you do that every single day, I promise you, you will never be poor. It is impossible. It is literally impossible. I don't care how slow you are. Some of you will learn faster. Some of you will learn slower. That's just life. But I promise you that every single one of you will succeed. It's just a matter of time. And it's a matter of you guys continuing to use your brain to solve this problem, doing the tasks that you need to do every single day, whether you feel like it or not. That is the most important thing. But it's something I do want to let you guys know, because I've been in here a long time. I've been around the block. I've done this many, many times. Most people, in fact, I might say 100% of the people who are on the leaderboard spent the first few months making nothing. They didn't make a single dollar. They didn't get many views. There were problems. No one ever starts off just killing it. I understand that you guys will see people who start off killing it. But I want you to understand that they are also cursed. Because when the going gets tough, they're also the most likely to quit. Because they're like, yeah, well, it was all easy before, and now it's hard, and I think the game's changed. But they don't realize that they just had a lucky start. Those of you who have a bad, unlucky start, I want you to understand that you will solve the problem. You will get views. You will get sales. It is inevitable. It is impossible to work as hard as humanly possible every single day on a singular goal, using your brain power and everything you can, thinking about and dreaming about how to solve this problem, and fail. It is impossible. Look at the leaderboard. Other people can do it. It is a skill. It's not luck. I promise you that as you continue to try, as you continue to work, if every single day you do your task list, and if every single day while doing your task list, you use your brain to accomplish one of the goals on the goal list, you will succeed. You will become a master of marketing and sales. You might not know how to make a product. You might not even know how to actually film and speak on camera and create content like how Tate creates it. But I promise you, you will become a master of grabbing content that is already made, making it better, making it so that lots of people want to view it, and having it so that those people who know that you exist buy what you were trying to sell them. Marketing and sales. That is what you will master. I just want to make sure that you guys have understanding and faith in yourselves, because I promise you that no matter how dumb you may be, no matter how low you might be starting, maybe you didn't even know how a TV worked at the beginning. Maybe you've never texted in your life, so you're a super slow typer. Maybe English isn't your first language.
Tate's,
I understand that there's many ways that you are far, far behind in skill level. But I promise you that if you work every single day towards one goal, and you guys all know what that goal is.
Tenacity.
Finish your task list, accomplish one goal on the goal
Steady
list.
and
Guys,
tenacity.
look at the leaderboard. Understand
That's what we're
that
doing,
someone
bro.
else is doing it. And I want you guys to all understand that you can do it too.
We're gonna make a full
There is no
YouTube
reason
video though.
you
Day in the
cannot
life
learn
of
the
a
same
brokey.
skill set too.
We're
There
gonna be
is
talking
no
about
unfair advantage that any of those
how we
people
normally
have.
grind out our
You have
days
the
and just
exact
doing
same
our
product,
thing.
exact
And then,
same marketing materials.
in our
They
video,
don't have any
we're
secrets
gonna talk about how we do
other
in the
than what
real
they
world.
know and how they're able to
And if
use
it's
the
worth
stuff
anything.
differently than you. They just know what
gonna
to
look
type.
at all the ways
They
they
just
make
know
money,
what
apply
videos to
some of
create
their
with the
knowledge
exact
to
same
how I
content
make
you
money.
have. That's the
As far
only
as, like,
difference.
eBay flipping,
That is a skill that you
got
can
my own
learn.
products as
That's
a
a skill
filmmaker,
you are
selling
learning by
preset
doing.
packs,
That's
the
a skill
3D
that I will
pack that I
continue to try
have.
my very best to teach you. I taught,
I'm trying to figure
let's say,
out
98% or
if they got some key
99% of the
things
people
I'm
on
missing.
that leaderboard. How to get on that leaderboard. They were just
But
like
so
you.
far,
Ole, he didn't make money. So I just want to make sure that you guys fully understand this. And hopefully, you guys understand that this applies to every single skill in life. I promise you, if you guys wanted to be a doctor, you could become a doctor if a doctor trained you and you were able to university, etc. If you had all the education, I promise you that you guys could all become a doctor. All you would have to do is work your fucking ass off. I promise you that you have the education to become a marketing and sales master. I promise you that you have all the resources, education, and everything you need. The only thing I cannot give you, and I wish I could, is I cannot give you the hours that you put into learning, the amount of calories you burn working on it and thinking about it. I can't do that work for you. But I promise you, look at the leaderboard. Every single person on there, basically, I taught them everything. And once you're very, very good at that, you'll never be poor ever again, because you are learning the fundamentals to business. How to get people to want to give me money. That's what you're learning.
Hey guys, I'm gonna redo my lecture on how to dream about work to make it much shorter. A lot of you guys ask about how to lucid dream about work, and I think you have the wrong idea. I think that you believe that you can, and maybe you can, maybe it's possible, but it's not the way I do it. Maybe you believe that you can go throughout your day, think about whatever you like to think about, and then before you go to bed, do some magic thinking to make sure that when you're dreaming, you are moving around inside of your dream, able to do whatever you want, able to think about whatever you want, etc. I don't believe that's possible. Maybe it is, but it's not what I've tried, and it's not my experience, and it's not what I'm talking about when I'm talking about dreaming about work. When I'm talking about dreaming about work, it's from this understanding that your dreams apparently, are just you processing your thoughts throughout the day. Whatever you thought about, both subconsciously and consciously, throughout the day, those need to get processed every single night. You can imagine it like kind of like a computer. It's like saving when you sleep, you're saving what work you did throughout the day, right? You did a bunch of work, and your brain during the dreaming process really saves it, really says, okay, this, and it kind of clears everything so that you start the next day ready to add more things into your brain, ready to add more thoughts, etc. The way I dream about work is very, very simple. The only thing I think about when I'm awake is work. You know how you guys might have those random thoughts, let's say about a TV show. What does your girlfriend think? How's your parents? You were in work today, so does your boss like you? How are you gonna, let's say when I worked at Chipotle, okay, well, making the burrito, I had to make a burrito. Yeah, there was a police officer who came in. Yeah, on my way to work, I saw a guy get hit by a car. All of these thoughts, right? These are thoughts. These are thoughts that you have throughout the day. I want you to imagine all of them. And I want you to imagine, let's say if you're in class and you're not paying attention to your teacher and you're thinking about, I don't know, what you're gonna have for lunch that day, etc. All these thoughts you have throughout the day, right? Because you're awake 16 hours a day, let's say. You have thoughts every second of those days. That's what you have thoughts for those 16 hours a day. You need to make sure that those thoughts are only about work. Your life, and you will only solve the problems that you think about the most. Most people go through life thinking about whatever crosses their mind. Me, personally, what I found that works the best is that I only think about the problems I want to solve. If I want to get more sales, or let's say I think about you guys all the time. How can I help you guys make more sales? How can I teach you guys better? It's all I think about. It's what I think about all day. When I'm eating, it's what I'm thinking about. When I'm taking a shower, it's what I'm thinking about. There's very few moments inside of my waking time where I'm not thinking about, okay, how can I get it so that how can I get the leaderboard up? How can I make it so the students are succeeding more? What can I do? It's all I think about. It's all I do. And that's why when I go to bed, and so you guys can kind of understand much more of the process of me going to bed. I get inside of my bed, I put my phone away, put it on charge, and it's next to me. And I start thinking about you guys again, about how I can help you guys, what I need to do. Where are we failing? Where are we doing well? What's the solution? What can we do? It's all I think about. And oftentimes before I go to bed, I'll think, oh wait, I need to text this. That's a good idea. I'll open my eyes, grab my phone, spend 2 minutes on the phone doing whatever I just thought about, just whatever action I just thought about that I need to do. I'll do the action, put my phone back down, and go try to sleep again. And again, while I'm sleeping, I'm thinking about, okay, well, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? And then, okay, boom, another thought comes to my head. I'll open my eyes again, grab my phone, do that really quick, then boom. And I will do that on repeat until there's no more things that I can think about doing. And usually, right, because as I'm thinking, I'll eventually fall asleep. So my brain falls asleep to what can I do to solve this problem? That's what my brain falls asleep to. And the entire time I've ever been awake, that was the only thing it was thinking about. And that's why I can dream about work. It's also why, for every single person that I work with and any person I've ever hired onto the team, I always want them to quit their job 100% of the time. I don't like hiring people who are in school or university. There's a reason I don't. It's because it's impossible to only think about, let's say, getting the leaderboard higher. It's impossible for that to be the only thought in someone's brain if they go to university or if they work a job. It's impossible. You need to talk to your teacher. You need to walk to school. You need to drive to work. Thoughts are going to go into your brain that are not about solving this one particular problem. And there's ways around it, right? While you're driving to work, you should be thinking about how you're going to solve this problem, right? But the way I dream about work is very, very simple. It is literally the only thought that goes into my brain. There's no other thoughts. I have nothing else to think about. I don't care about anything else. And if I don't think about anything else, why would I dream about anything else? And when I say this, I genuinely mean there's no other thoughts that go into my brain. As soon as one wants to enter, right, I immediately say, no, that's not going to help me. How are we going to solve this problem? It's the only thing I think about is how to solve this problem. For all of you guys, the problem, right, some of you guys might say, okay, Luke, but I don't know what problem to solve. You need to be solving your goal list, right? That needs to be the only thing on your mind. Doing your task list every single day at a minimum, and then solving your goal list. So if I were you guys and I wasn't continuing to grow, the only thing I would think about and I'd be obsessed over is, okay, How can I get more views on my videos? What am I doing wrong? Okay, maybe it's this. Okay, let me try it. Let me listen to this lecture. Yeah, I remember there was this old lecture. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let me look at this old lecture. Okay, let me check the big accounts. Okay, on TikTok. Okay, that account's big. How's it live? What does it do? Okay, let me watch this video. Okay, what does it comment fish? No, it doesn't comment fish. Okay. Let me go to it's the only thing that I think about. I just want you guys to really, truly understand that. You will never, ever, ever become the best at something if it's not the only thing you think about. I promise you Canelo only thinks about boxing. I promise you Mayweather only thought about boxing. Like, you need to understand, if you are letting random ass bullshit thoughts into your brain in the day and you are entertaining them, you are letting them come in and then you are thinking about them and you don't immediately reject them. There's no way that you're not going to dream about them. Like, I dream about work because the only thing that I think about is work. The only thing I care about is work. There's nothing else I care about. It's an obsession that you need to have if you ever want to become world class. And it's the only way you'll ever solve the problem as fast as possible. So, something for you guys all to keep in mind. Hopefully this is a better lecture. It's 8 minutes, 30 seconds. My last one was 9 minutes, but hopefully this one's much clearer. The way to dream about work, the way to dream about whatever problem you want to solve is to make sure that every single waking second of the day, the only thing you think about is, how do I solve this problem? Hey guys, so I got a very good question, and it's a question about mindset. He said, I play a sport, and every time I make a mistake, I talk bad about myself. My question is, am I too hard on myself, or is it good that I'm trying my best? It's gotten to the point where every time I do something, I always find something bad, and I'm always mad at myself for not being perfect. I don't think it's healthy, but at the same time, I think it's not okay to be satisfied with doing these mistakes. This is a very good question, because I actually think it's much better to be too hard on yourself than too easy on yourself. The only negative that I see from this is that you talk bad about yourself. You talk bad about yourself instead of saying, let's, for example, saying, okay, I fucked that up. There's no reason I should fuck that up. I need to practice more. There's no reason I should have done that. There's no reason I should have made that mistake. Okay, how do I make sure that that mistake never happens again? How do I make sure I never do it wrong again? That is much better than saying, bro, I'm a dummy. I can't believe I did that. You need to think about it in solution oriented. I think it's good that you're trying to be perfectionist. I think it's good that you nitpick and that you care whenever you fuck up at something. I think that's good. I don't think that's being too hard on yourself. I think it's very hard to be too hard on yourself. I think the important thing is that when you're hard on yourself, you are doing it productively. When you're hard on yourself, when you failed at something, you say, okay, what can I do to make sure I do not fail again? And it's you being hard on yourself and yourself caring that will make it so that you actually do whatever it takes to make it so that next time you don't fail. Whether it's more practice, I don't know. Let's say if it's soccer, maybe you need to perfect that kick. Like, if you missed that kick, why don't you go practice that kick 500 times then the next day? Like, don't tell yourself you're stupid or you're dumb or I'm weak. Or like, make it constructive. Make it actually something to where there's an outcome. Like, missing that shot just made it so you do 500 of those shots. And now you're a better shooter, right? Like now you're better at soccer. That's what it needs to be. You need to make sure. The problem most people have when they're very, very hard on themselves is they don't make it constructive. They don't make it so that they're hard on themselves, but they're hard on finding a solution. That's the key. You need to find the solution. You need to think, okay, that happened. How do I make sure that never happens again? That's the key. It's not about being easy on yourself. I don't think being easy on yourself will help you. It's about when you're hard on yourself, how are you hard on yourself? You want to make sure that you're not hard on yourself in a way that it's not even helping you. Like, you want to make sure that when you're hard on yourself, it's good. There's an innate advantage to always thinking that, okay, that wasn't perfect. What could I do better? Because if you don't care about being perfect, then you'll never be perfect. You'll never get as close to perfect as possible. That won't happen if you don't care. So it's important that you care. Now you just need to make sure that you don't care and use that emotion of caring in a negative way. It's like every single emotion that exists, you want to make sure that you channeling it positively.
Yeah, maybe they think that's
if you're
what
angry
you
at
are.
yourself, good. But don't be angry at yourself and think, okay, I'm a dummy. And
Yeah.
then just be mad, oh, I'm gonna do 20 shots of tequila to punish myself. No, like, make sure it's angry at yourself in a constructive way. Okay, I fucked up. I'm gonna use my anger to now force myself tomorrow or force myself right after this game to do 20 of those kicks. To do, like, you make sure that it's productive anger. Make sure it's productive sadness. Make sure it's productive. All your emotions should be productive. Make sure it's productive happiness. Like, as long as you always make it so that you're productive with your emotions, then there's nothing wrong with having those emotions. And in fact, those emotions are good for you. So being too hard on yourself, I will call